Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're old, welcome, and if you're new, welcome back. Today's video is going to be another different one. In case you don't know, I love making things out of paper that move, things out of paper that flex. If you watch Vi-Heart, then you'll know hexaflexagons, hexaflexation devices, things like this, which you can literally just move around. They fold through themselves in this never-ending pattern. This is a really cool one. It's like a 7 segmented part, and I think it's really cool. It's all just made with paper and tape, and yeah, they're really interesting. However, this video is going to be making something a bit different. It's going to be making a star, which is itself a box, which then can hold a star that is the same. And we're going to do this in form of time lapse and over talk, I suppose. But yeah, this is a fun one, so let's get into it. Okay, so welcome to this kind of talking over time-lapsey bit. So basically what I have to do is cut out all of the parts individually, and this took such a long time, like I'm not even joking. I was sat there for maybe about an hour, literally just cutting them out, and wow, it took a lot of patience, a lot of vibing to music, to be honest. It was fun, but it did take such a long time. So basically, I had 4 pages to cut out and trim, and they had to be very accurate or it wouldn't have worked. So I used my little craft knife, as you can see, holding on for dear life as I just scrape it along the ruler. That ruler is kind of destroyed, but you know what, that's my origami ruler. So the only thing I used it for is cutting out stuff like this. And yeah, it literally did take quite a while for me to get them all. As you can see, there are so many tiny pieces, and the way you just have to cut them out and hope that it works in the end, it is kind of like, will it work, will it not work, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And by the end I was like, right, this better work, because I've been working at this for an hour already and I hadn't even got to creasing. That was literally just cutting out. But as you can see, the little pile beside me is getting bigger and bigger, and finally got onto my last page. Just kind of had to go around that. That one was really awkward. There were all these little tiny intricate pieces. I think that maybe took the longest out of all the parts. However, I'd been working at it for so long, I kind of just knew what to do already. Like I had a I don't know, way of working it out, way of doing it in the most efficient way possible, I suppose. But yeah, it was kind of fun, but as you can see, I'm literally just finishing up the last bit now. Yeah, pretty much. Are we done? Are we? Almost? I think I had to change the song because I was like, I don't like this one. Okay, so now we're on to the second part already. And as you can see, I'm folding and creasing. The little parts are getting more and more, as you can see, as I fold, crease, stick a couple of bits together. This bit was kind of awkward because I stuck it together and then realised that I'd stuck it together completely wrong. Like, completely wrong. The parts were not supposed to stick there. But no, I just stuck them there anyway. I don't know why. And so I literally had to cut it apart again, which was a bit awkward. But yeah, it all went well in the end. But yeah, these little bits here form the large star part, and they took a lot of finicking and finagling to put together correctly, but also they took so long to fold because there's so many little tiny bits you have to fold, obviously. As you can see, I'm folding up and down, up and down, up and down, and all the little bits, the lines, did take quite a while. So on to the next bit. You can see that I'm now doing the bits with red. The bits with red are I'm now parts, and the cube parts all stick together to make one giant foldy cube. And sticking these units together was so annoying. They were so annoying. You can see how, I'm holding in my hand and trying to put them together. I think I just cut, and now I have 4 bits the same, and yeah, they took so long to do, but I started building the star. It was so hard. If you look at it, you can see the little flaps. The flaps are so small, and it's kind of hard to put the bits on top when you can't push them together from the bottom. So you really just had to stick them and hope for the best there. And I had to do that on the entire thing. Then I started to work on the actual cube part, and that was just following the arrows and sticking them in the right order. And then I got lost and had to continue trying to stick them in the right order. But I mean, it didn't go wrong, so that was okay. They kind of look like little faces from here, but they were actually just arrows saying, this is the way the cubes go together. If you don't put them together in this way, it won't work. And you'll see as we go along that the cube in my hand just got longer and longer and longer as more bits were stuck on. Yeah, it got really awkward at some points as I was like, how on earth am I going to stick this while it's like falling behind itself? You can see now the wee pivot point where it was just like, yep, I'm still here. You know, do you want to just drop me or something? But yeah, as you can see, like it is very awkward to hold. And then I only had about one more part to stick on. Once that's stuck on, I had to fit the last two together, which was so awkward to like fold it into the right position. But here you see, it is all folded, and I made the box and the star fit inside. And so for the finished product, here, it just looks like a box. But if I was to open it up, it reveals that the star is inside. And then if you did a little bit of folding to the box, you can see that the box itself is actually the same as star. I do think it's very interesting that they take up this, like this star, and this star, like this star fits inside of this star technically, or it has the same volume, I suppose, as the rest of this to make up that cube. It's just something so strange to think about, and that's what I love about these. Like the whole star fits in something the same size as itself, which is in itself, which is a very confusing sentence to say. However, I think it's fascinating that maths can do this. One of the many reasons why I like maths is just put the star back, and this can undergo rotation, you know, in itself. Here is the whole star inside half of it in this way, and then obviously you can open it up this way, bring it round, and you can go full circle through the star and back to the box with the star attached, I suppose. But yeah, it's so satisfying. And also this here itself shows the infinite rotation about or through itself, I suppose, which is also so cool. And I absolutely love these things about maths, like the fact that you can just make this. As I'm just continuing to play with this, trying to find the configuration that I can put it back in itself in. That's not the one. This is the box I wanted, and so I can just set this star back in itself and put it back in the box. So yeah, that was me making that. I didn't make tutorials for these because these are kind of different. However, I'll show you the book I used. The book I used is called Metamorphs. I got it for Christmas last year, actually. Wow. It's very reflective. Metamorphs by Robert Byrnes, and it basically has the templates for you to just slice out. I do use a slicey thing. Do use one of these craft knives, and then I use my like mat that we found after a long time. But I absolutely love it. Like seriously, it is so much fun to do. And I would highly recommend buying one of these books. Like they're really not that expensive, and they're just a bit of fun, and to have like something that like does this is just so satisfying. But yeah, that is all I have time for in this video. If you liked, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, do all that great stuff. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!